Money feels stable, predictable, reliable. It sits in your bank account as a fixed number, giving the impression that its value is constant over time. But in reality, money is not stable. Its value is constantly changing. What you could afford years ago is no longer what you can afford today. Money is not defined by how much you have. It is defined by what it can buy. This is called purchasing power. If your income stays the same, but the cost of living increases, your real financial position declines. This process is known as inflation. It is the gradual increase in prices across the economy, affecting everything from food to energy. At its core, inflation is driven by the expansion of the money supply. When more money enters the system, each unit becomes less scarce. And when something becomes less scarce, its value declines. This is a fundamental economic principle, not just a theory. Inflation also redistributes wealth. Those who receive new money first, governments and banks, benefit the most. By the time money reaches the average person, prices have already adjusted, creating a gap between asset owners and income earners. Historically, money was backed by physical gold. The gold standard provided a natural constraint on the money supply. However, the transition to fiat currency removed this physical anchor. Today, money is backed only by trust and credit. Another factor is the velocity of money, the rate at which it changes hands. High velocity can accelerate inflationary pressures. As the global reserve currency, the dynamics of the US dollar affect international trade and the purchasing power of nations. The export of inflation through global trade reshapes wealth on a worldwide scale, making it a global issue. In this environment, traditional saving becomes a losing strategy as the value of cash slowly declines over time. This encourages immediate spending and investment over cautious saving to avoid losing real-world utility. Conversely, inflation benefits borrowers. As currency value drops, the real cost of repaying debt decreases over time. What was once a heavy financial burden becomes lighter in relative terms, aiding those with significant debt. To combat this, many turn to hard assets, tangible items with intrinsic value that cannot be easily devalued. Real estate and precious metals historically serve as a hedge, maintaining power even when currency loses its luster. Over long periods, inflation compounds. Small annual increases accumulate into a significant loss of purchasing power. This is not an accident. The system is designed to maintain controlled inflation to encourage economic activity. It keeps money moving, supporting debt-based expansion at the cost of the saver's long-term security. Once you understand this, you see money differently, not as a static store, but as a dynamic medium. It is something you earn, but it is also shaped by forces far beyond your immediate control. The loss of value is a fundamental part of the system designed to prioritize growth and circulation over stability. Understanding this truth is the first step in mastering the financial decisions that will shape your future. In the search for stability, new forms of digital scarcity have emerged as alternatives to currency expansion. These systems use mathematics and code to provide a fixed supply, protecting purchasing power in a new way. The ability to recognize these shifts distinguishes those who work for currency from those who build lasting wealth. Wealth is about the strategy you use to stay ahead of the silent devaluation that defines our modern era. You can remain a passive participant or become an informed architect of your own financial destiny. At Capital Blueprint, we believe that understanding the system is the only way to master it. Join us as we explore the hidden mechanics of finance and uncovering the truths often overlooked. The blueprint is in your hands. It's time to build something that lasts. Follow Capital Blueprint. Learn how money really works.